Boxing fans, boxing critics, and boxing analysts, Renee Box Young, salute from the South, one love. Thank you for your support, liking, subscribing, sharing, viewing, all that good jazz. DAZN.com, link in the description of this article. I just want to refer to Ryan Garcia and one of his quotes, all right? That's what I want to do today with this video. I haven't really pushed too much about Ryan Garcia, as you all know. I have talked a little bit, mentioned him at times in other videos when speaking about other topics. I actually made a video I guess not recently. Everything is recent to me because time goes by so fast, you know what I mean? But some time ago, I talked about Ryan Garcia not wanting. He doesn't really want to fight Gervonta Davis. I have mentioned that a few times because this was, months and months ago where I knew he wasn't ready. He was just, running his mouth. And there's something I want to contemplate here. Can Ryan Garcia really beat Gervonta Tank Davis? Okay. Now, this is why. Out of all the stuff, all right, let's just get back to just a little bit. I'm not going to go, through everything. It's too much. He's just running his mouth off way too much, you know what I'm saying? He's just running his mouth off a little bit too much. But, hey, it is what it is. So here's just one instance where, this video, I think it was on Instagram. He went live or something. But this is another channel or whatever. But it's just, this is, that image takes us back to when this was a recent video he put out live where he said he's going to, it says right there, mark my words, I'm going to knock Tank out in the second round. And he specifically explained how he was going to do it. Kind of reminds me of Tyson Fury on him explaining how he was going to beat Wilder in the rematch. Not the trilogy, the rematch. A lot of people calling the trilogy a rematch, but I'm talking about the rematch, the second fight. Kind of reminds me of that, how Ryan Garcia, he's explaining exactly how, and in that video, he portrayed it, he showed it, and he said, maybe I'll give him 3 rounds or something like that, along those lines. And, he's just going on and on, you know what I mean? Here's another one, right, where calls Gervonta Davis a bleep, okay? You can see it right there, right? Ryan Garcia on fire, as real as it gets on chasing down Tank, okay? And then he just keeps going on and on. I mean, here's another one. I mean, he will destroy Davis in a fight, et cetera, et cetera. They'll fight in December. I mean, it just goes on. Oh, this is how, Gervonta. Yeah, they're just going back and forth, these guys, man. Ryan Garcia again aggressively calls out. I mean, they're just going back and forth, Twitter wars, whatever. But, I mean, all you guys who have been following him, or whatever, I mean, you can see he's going back and forth all day. I mean, I don't really pay attention to that, but I did. Something caught my attention. Something really caught my attention. It's in this article. Among all the blab he does, all due respect to Ryan Garcia, though, man. He's up and coming. He got skills. He got talent, all right? I'm not saying he doesn't. Something got my attention. This was in an interview he had with DAZN, if I'm not mistaken. Amongst all the interviews and things he has been saying recently about Gervonta Tank Davis and on social media. I think he was interviewed by DAZN or something. And, excuse me, he said this. Check it out. It says here, link in the description, check the article out. It says, quote, "The thing that Gervonta lacks, and this is the key thing, you could be like bleeping, okay, I like to keep it clean, y'all know it, like Mike Tyson. But he doesn't have the discipline," Garcia said. "He just doesn't have the commitment to the game. I think he got a lot of money. I think he wants to work hard, but he remembers how much bleep he has, how much stuff he has, right? All this money he has, so he's like, bleep it. I'll take the day off." So, Garcia believes that his commitment to the sport, okay, this is the article, okay, regardless of how much fame and fortune he has, will be the difference maker if and when they meet inside of a boxing ring. Yes, exactly. If and when. So, yeah, they're talking about December. They're talking about this year, blah, 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 whatever. If they're not signing contracts, it's just blabber, right? So, I mean, that's how I see it, you know what I'm saying? And it's been like that for a long time. You go back a while ago. I think this was years ago, where, remember, I mentioned it time and time again, where Oscar De La Hoya, he was interviewed quickly and said, hey, when, will Ryan Garcia fight Tank Davis or whatever, right? And he's like, no, he said that, Gervonta Davis is a beast. I mean, he's not ready for him. I mean, you go back, you can follow the track record, man. You guys do it on your own time. I'm sure you guys have done it already. You know what I'm saying? And his own boss, Oscar, his daddy, you know what I'm saying? He admitted that he's not ready. Now he's saying he is. Okay, so I mean, they're changing opinions. They think he's ready. This Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis, you're not a bigger star. Who cares who's a bigger star, bro? I can care less about that. I'm talking about, what I focus more on. I can care less how many Instagram followers he has. I can care less how great he is in promoting himself. I mean, that's good for him, you know what I'm saying? But I'm focused on, as a fan, as a critic, as an analyst of the sport, best fight the best. Who has the best skills? Who can fight, but who can win? You know what I'm saying? Who cares about being a bigger star? I think that's nonsense. I think that's irrelevant when it comes to who. Your fame is not going to help you win in a ring, bro. I mean, that's what it is. It's not going to help any fighter win in a ring, but it might help in motivation or whatever. But I mean, if you rely only on motivation, how much followers you have, then you're pretty shallow in your motivation, man. But I mean, that's just my opinion, right? But let's get back to this. I agree with Ryan Garcia, definitely, man. I definitely agree with him. This is key, you guys. What Ryan Garcia said. I mean, I watched just a clip of that interview, and when he said this, I was like, ooh, that's true. I mean, that's a fact. We cannot escape this, you guys. We cannot escape this. That, you see, guys, this quarantine stuff. Ryan Garcia, man, he's always training. He's constantly training, during the quarantine. Even when he's out of fights, he's training. I mean, now he's with Canelo, the Canelo team, his, coach, Reynosa, training Ryan Garcia. I think that's great. I think that's great, you guys. Now, if they fight this year, it's hard to say, you know what I'm saying? I'm not one to say that Gervonta will smash Ryan Garcia. I personally think Gervonta Davis does have more skills than Ryan Garcia. I think Gervonta Davis is more relentless, mixed with skills. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to base Ryan Garcia's last performance against Gamboa, to compare if Gervonta Davis will beat Ryan Garcia or lose to him. But I can say this, that Ryan Garcia is definitely right. I mean, I give him his credit. You know what I'm saying? I don't undermine Ryan Garcia much. Before I did, because I think his running his mouth off too much years ago, some time ago, everybody knew, at that time, Ryan Garcia, what the heck are you talking about? Just shut up, bro. I mean, we know that you're trying to get clout, you're trying to get attention, but it is what it is. Gervonta Davis would smash him, okay? Now that Ryan Garcia sees this, I still think, personally, guys, that Gervonta Davis is on another level, man. Gervonta Davis is on another level compared to Ryan Garcia as far as skills. But you guys, I agree with Ryan Garcia here, man. I'm going to repeat it. The thing that Gervonta lacks, and this is the key thing, you could be like bleeping Mike Tyson, but he doesn't have the discipline. I agree. He just doesn't have the commitment to the game. I agree, man. I agree. I mean, Garcia believes that his commitment to the sport, regardless of how much fame and fortune he has, will be the difference maker. Yeah, fame and fortune, but he's the same one talking about, yeah, he's a bigger star. Who cares about fame right now? You know what I mean? We're talking about skills. We're talking about the fight. You know what I mean? Will be the difference maker. So I agree, man. I totally agree, you guys. I don't know, and I haven't really maybe heard much people talk about this. I made a post-fight reaction, if I'm not mistaken, of, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Gamboa, or it was before. I think it was after the fight, or after the weigh-in. Yeah, I think it was after the fight. And I talked about that, man. I broke it down. I was really, really disappointed, and I still am to a certain extent. Or at least I can say that's something I criticize about Gervonta Tank Davis. You have seen, guys, how he acts, man, how he conducts his life outside of the ring, man, and it's not healthy. It's not good for everything you do, you guys. Everything we do. You know what I mean? If you're a fighter, if you're a boxer, everything you do as a pro fighter outside the ring, you know what I mean? It's going to affect you. We already know, and you guys know, how Gervonta Tank Davis doesn't keep his weight in check between fights. We know how he parties. He lives that wild life. That's not helping him at all. Ryan Garcia has that discipline. I got to give him that respect. I got to give him that ups. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia, man, he's an up-and-coming fighter. A great fighter. I made a video months and months ago. I think it's more than a year ago about if Ryan Garcia will surpass Canelo Alvarez. Go check it out. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying these things, you guys, and it looks like, Ryan Garcia, he's up and coming. He has, the speed he has. He has some things he should work on, you know what I'm saying? But, you guys, don't undermine this kid, man. We cannot undermine this boy. He has some skills, man. You know what I'm saying? Apart from, he's really, really disciplined. Now, he reminds me of Devin Haney. Lots of people, okay, check it out, guys. A lot of people have compared if Devin Haney can beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Most people say, a lot of people say, you guys, that, and I personally agree with that. A lot of people say that Devin Haney would beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Why? Because Devin Haney is really focused, like Ryan Garcia. Excuse me. I think I would be more interested in watching Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. These young kids, man, they are so focused. Teofimo Lopez also is really, really focused. These kids, man. You see what I'm saying? I personally I don't like the image that, Gervonta Tank Davis has outside of the ring, man, and his lifestyle. It's not helping him at all, you guys. It's really affecting him, okay? It's really, really affecting him. Unfortunately, man, I don't know what the heck, with all due respect, I don't know what the heck Gervonta Tank Davis' team and those dudes around him, his squad, whatever you want to call him, you know what I mean? I don't know if they're pushing him, motivating him, if someone's there to put him in check. I've said this before, man. I said this before, okay? I think it was in that post-fight, reaction that I did with Davis versus Gamboa. I think I explained it. I have explained it. I know I have in one of my videos, talking about this. Also, I talked about this when I was talking about up-and-coming prospects. I made a post-fight, if I'm not mistaken, I made a post-fight reaction with between Clarissa Shields and Hammer, okay? And I talked about these kids, these young up-and-coming prospects. I mentioned Jerome Ennis as well, you know what I mean? And I talked about, how... I also mentioned Shakur Stevenson, how, he had a run-in with the law. But Shakur Stevenson looks like he's shaped up. He has shaped up a lot. A lot of people forgot about Shakur Stevenson, how he got in trouble with the law. He got in a fight in a brawl in some kind of gas station. Stupid thing he did, man, But Shakur Stevenson is really, really focused, though. He messed up as a kid. We understand that. But it looks like he's shaped up, man. Shakur Stevenson is another young cat. Amazing fighter who is really, really focused. You compare that discipline, you guys, with Davis. Davis is at the bottom, man. Davis is at the bottom when it comes to discipline and focus. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the ring. And I got to give that respect to this young cat, Ryan Garcia, man. Shouts out to Ryan Garcia, bro. A lot of people, look down on this kid and as far as, but I just don't like how he brings about, oh, I'm more famous than you. Who cares about that? You know what I'm saying? I look at the talent and I look at the focus. I look at the skill. And Ryan Garcia, he's getting it, man. You guys gotta give him his credit. We have to give Ryan Garcia his credit. You know what I'm saying? He's really, really disciplined. He's really, really focused. That's all you see about this kid, man. Apart from, those Instagram modeling photos and stuff like that. Whatever, that's his thing. But, he's always training, man. He's always ready. You see? So this is what makes me like, oh, it makes me think. Can Ryan Garcia really beat Gervonta Tank Davis? There's a big possibility, you guys. There's a big... Now, let me get this clear here. I am rooting for Gervonta Tank Davis. He's one of my favorites in that division. But I got a few favorites in that division, you know what I'm saying? In this division of these kids. You know what I'm saying? I just named them, Teofimo Lopez, I love him. Devin Haney, love him. Ryan Garcia, he's not one of my favorites, but, I recognize he's up and coming. And I think he's going to be a great. I know he's going to be a great. I know he is, guys. Mark my words. Maybe he'll even surpass Canelo in the future, man. Maybe he'll even... That's why I made a video on that months ago. That's why I referred to that. So, you know what I'm saying? Gervonta Davis, he's my favorite too. One of my favorites in that division, and that weight. You know, so I'm going for Gervonta Tank Davis. Don't get it twisted, man. I mean, I love Gervonta Tank Davis, and I would love to see him take Garcia out, you know, to have him shut up. Like, because I personally think Ryan Garcia has been speaking too much. He reminds me, he kind of reminds me of a Dillian White. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, not as far as the cheating and stuff like that, no, but just going on and just doesn't shut up. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, Tank Davis called Ryan Garcia corny, you know what I'm saying? You know, because he's going off too much, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm not discrediting Ryan Garcia though, you guys. And I definitely agree with him. Ryan Garcia sees it. And Ryan Garcia is catching up, you know, as far as training. I repeat, training with Canelo, you guys, I mean, that's dangerous. That's dangerous, you guys. I mean, with Reynosa, I mean, come on, guys. We got to understand what this is. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's see what more he has to say before we finish this video. Me, I don't have that mindset. You see what he's saying? This is what Ryan Garcia is saying. Me, I don't have that mindset. I'll get a lot of money, but I'm like, go, go, go. Garcia said, I forget that I have it. Wow. I'm not even spending more than $20. Wow, look at this, you guys. Now, it doesn't mean that because you spend a lot of money as a fighter, like Floyd Money Mayweather, it doesn't mean that you're going to be less, you know, it doesn't mean you're going to be less focused. But it all boils down to your focus and discipline. Your discipline, you know what I'm saying? And legendary Floyd Money Mayweather, man, I mean, he spent, you already know about his spending habits. But, man, that guy, legendary Floyd Money Mayweather. And Tank Davis doesn't have that discipline, you guys. You know what I'm saying? And let's continue. He said, when you're known like that, you don't have to spend money. They give me the bleep for free. Okay, I'm not focused on money. Look at that, you guys. I want what I'm worth. Wow, I want to train. I'm never out of shape. Exactly, just what I was saying, you guys. Just what I was saying. I didn't even read this. You've never caught at a place where I look fat. Man. Okay, guys. I mean, you know, keep reading this, man. You guys can you go ahead and read the article, but I mean, I totally agree with Ryan Garcia in this, you guys. I really agree with him. I really, really, really agree with him. So, what do you guys think, man? I want you guys to comment. I know there's a lot of, you know, people who still think, and I personally do think, Gervonta Tank Davis can take out Ryan Garcia, but that personal life is not helping him at all, man. It's not helping him at all. And I'm not even gonna, I don't even want to go back to, oh yeah, when, you know, oh yeah, Ryan Garcia knocked out, you know, Gervonta Tank Davis, former opponent, you know, and knocked him out one punch, or, you know, I don't really care about that right now. You know, I mean, it does help. It helps us see that Ryan Garcia is really, really, you know, improving on speed and counterpunching, man. I mean, we got to admit that, you know. And when you want to talk about that, like former opponents, Gervonta Tank Davis, how he, you know, it took him 12 rounds. He went through all the 12 rounds to beat Gamboa, but then other people say, you know what, he won all the rounds. Gervonta Tank Davis, he won all the rounds. But then again, we can go on and on about debating this, because a lot of people could say, oh, also Gervonta Tank Davis looked like he gassed out. He gassed out around the 6th or 7th. I don't remember which round. Looked like he was tired, you know, fighting against Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, there are lots of things that we can talk about, but I can admit this, man, that Ryan Garcia is totally right on the lack of discipline with Adrian Broner. I'm sorry, man. Gervonta Tank Davis. Sorry about that. Yeah, but you know, it's just the same thing. The lack of discipline. It seems like Adrian Broner, Gervonta Tank Davis. I mean, they're similar. Well, I think a video came out months ago about Gervonta Tank Davis's Adrian Broner 2.0. I mean, a lot of people talked about that after the Gamboa fight, if I'm not mistaken. You know, so I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Can Ryan Garcia really beat Gervonta Tank Davis? That's a big possibility, you guys. Now I see it as a bigger possibility. Before, I didn't. All right? Before, months and months ago, I was thinking, dude, Ryan, shut up. You know, when he was talking so much about, you know, Gervonta Tank Davis, I want to fight him. I just want to fight him now. You know, I'll fight him. You know, I was like, dude, shut up, man. Because his own boss said he's not ready. His own boss said that Gervonta Tank Davis is a beast, and Gervonta Tank Davis is still a beast. But at that time, you know, when Ryan Garcia was coming up barely, he's still coming up, but hey, you know, at that time it was no contest at all. But now it makes me think. It really, really makes me think, and I would love to see this fight. I personally doubt it's going to happen in 2020. I really, really doubt it with all this coronavirus stuff, man, unfortunately. I don't know, though, man. If they do fight at the end of this year, I personally think if Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis fight in 2021, if they do, because they're just milking it, you guys. You guys gotta understand, business is business. You know what I'm saying? They're just milking it. They want to make it a mega fight, make the most money they can, whatever. But if they do fight this year, I still think Gervonta Tank Davis has the advantage. You know what I'm saying? I still think Ryan Garcia has to work on a few more things. You know what I'm saying? But still, guys, this makes me think. 2021, if they fight, I think Ryan Garcia has a great chance. Maybe close to 50-50, but Ryan Garcia hasn't been testing on the chin. That's another thing we got to understand here. Being punched by Gervonta Tank Davis with Gervonta's speed. Gervonta's great in that ring, you guys. Amazing defense, speed, explosive power. Ryan Garcia, you better watch out, bro. You better watch out. And you better make sure, you're ready. That's all I got to say about that. But he has been training. He has been working. He has been putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see, man. We'll see. Comment below. Share with your friends. Share with your boxing community. You know what I'm saying? That you guys have. Comment. Let me know. Who do you think will really win? Who do you think? What's the percentage? You know what I mean? What do you have? 50-50? 40-50? 40-50 Gervonta Tank Davis. 40-50 Ryan. There's lots of mixed opinions here. But hey, it's really interesting, though. Rene Box Young, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys. Share this. Salute from the South. One love, fam.